Hi, this is Rick Rogers at Doomsday Tank Models, and I thought I would let you see the finished product. I would say 95% finished. I have to do another lacquer coat. The Zimmer really came out pretty good, I think. I like it. It's going to go on the shelf. The decals took some time to conform. I'd say they mostly came out pretty well. I found a decal on the back. I don't know the historical part of it, but I like the Christian cross on it. I don't know what. It took some time to get that to conform to the Zimmerette pattern as well, but I like it quite a bit. It went on pretty well. I've got to do a few more pin washes around the woodwork that I did. But otherwise, I think it came out pretty good. Just some variation in color with the red primer. I think it came out pretty good. On the smaller hatches and whatnot, I did a lighter to kind of give it some accents. And the back of it came out pretty good too. I redid the back. When I first I was doing some patchy Zimmerette, I really didn't like the way it worked. Paint's not going to help if the actual work is not done correctly. So I went back and redid it, and I'm glad I did that. Twice I did. With the turret, I took off this side and that side because it was so thick. Someone had brought that out in the comments, and they were quite correct. And I decided to rip it off, and boy, am I glad I did, because it came out pretty well. The Commander's hatch tower, that bump out that is very unique to the Porsche initial production turret, and I think it came out quite well. Just say to my satisfaction. Anyway, I wanted to show you this, and the pin washes, that's what makes the Zimmerette pattern really pop. Some of it may not be as dark as I like, but I'm going to stop redoing things and just go with it, because like this area is kind of light, and I'd like to do another pin wash on it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to leave it and stop trying to overwork things. But I'm very happy with it, and it's going to go on the shelf next to my two other Tiger 2s, also of Tamiya, and put it to bed. But this is the Porsche Turret Tiger 2 that I did on the Zimmerette videos that I was trying to show you how I did it, and I did the Zimmerette pattern, and to see if it was something that would help you. And I hope it did. It was a fun run on the Zimmerette. I went full bore into it, and I really appreciate your viewership. I really do, of this Zimmerette series that I did. I did quite a few, along with shorts. So I thank you for watching those and viewing those. And I thought I would also go on to my new project. The new project is a Russian SG-122A. It's a conversion of the captured Stug Bs that the Russians got quite a few of. And doing some reading, I found out of all the equipment they got from the Germans and put to use, ironically, it's not the German Tigers or the Panthers that they treasured. It was the chassis of the Panzer III. They saw it as mechanically feasible and very, very dependable. And so what they did was they ended up ripping off the top part. And the Stug B came with a short barrel 75. So the Russians stripped it off, put their own shell to it, also a tank destroyer, and put a 122 millimeter main cannon on it. This is something that I couldn't wait to do. It's going to be a great project, and it's gonna. I don't often put figures because I'm just not that great at it, but I'm willing to learn like everybody else. And the photo etch, also a rookie on, but I love doing it when it's done correctly. I did some grab handles on, because the ones in the photo etch are just two-dimensional. There's no grab handle looking features to it. So right here, I just squeezed the end of the copper threads, the copper wire, excuse me, and made it look like it should. Mostly how it should, at least to my liking. You should always make your models to your liking and nobody else's. If you want to drive yourself crazy trying to please somebody else, go ahead, but I'm not going to do it anymore. And I generously put stowage on things. I also was apprehensive about putting stowage on tanks, and I think just mostly because I want to get on to the next project, but I really found that it has a lot of merit as far as added interest into the tank. And if you have friends that come over and want to see what you do, because I'm retired and I'm always asked, what do you do? Well, I'm retired, and I have to tell them a short little story because I get tired of talking about it. However, I like to show them my hobbies and what I do, and they end up liking my work, which is fine. My friend Angelo, I've made a couple tanks for him. Now he wants a Tiger one with desert paint, which is what the Stug is. Now the Stug B, this was one of my first models back in the hobby. So it's quite basic, but I really like it. There's no weathering. Should have weathered it. And if I ever, in my lifetime, finish all my models that I have, I think I have over 80 of them up on the shelf. Some people have a lot more, but I'm still worried if I can complete them all within my lifetime. I just, then I'll go back and maybe redo some things. And I have done a few that just didn't turn out right, and I can't really look at them, but now I can because I redid them a little bit. And I'm glad I did. So if you ever stuck on something on a project, go to something on your shelf that bugs you and just putter around with it as a distraction so you don't get frustrated with your current project. Just a suggestion. These are all the bogies I have set up for the base painting, the primary coat. Once I get the paint going and done on the bogies, I can get rid of this stand and the toothpicks and other sticks that are holding them up, and clips. And this really helps out the process. It makes it completely open. That's why the German tanks, I don't generally glue the bogies to the hull and until I painted them, because otherwise it gets to be too much. The KV-1s, the Russian tanks, since there's no rubber on the bogies, they're easy to paint on the tank. So that's what I do for those. So I also had the metal tracks for the SG-122, and I will get those stained and looking good, like I did for these right here for the Stug B. Also metal tracks. They're I've talked in other videos, there's very limited metal track options in 1/48 armor, but what you have can match a lot of your vehicles. And this is also a masking plate for the wheels. So if you primarily paint your bogies in the black foundation, focus, man. There we go. You can mask it to where it's hiding the black, and then paint the inner bogie, the paint that goes on the tank itself. And you'll get a nice fine line in most, if not all cases. So this is what I'm up to. It's something I can't wait to get my hands on. As far as and I had 13 completed models. I'm down to this one and the 4 you see on the bottom. And then I'll be done. And then my goal is to then, after I do that, to build the tank, paint the tank, weather the tank, and put it on the shelf. I don't want to do this mass-produced completed tank models. And I really like how the front mantlet turned out as far as the Zimmerit, especially in here. I hope you like it too, but if not, you can criticize it. It's fine. I just really like how it turned out. Those Liang Zimmerit tools came in real handy. They're nice and small, so you can get in there and really get some definition on those Zimmerit patterns. I also have a Hungarian 44M TAS and 1/35 scale because it's never going to be made 1/48. You can see that some areas of Zimmerit that bug me, but I decided not to tear it off for a second time because there are some examples historically that they're kind of messed up in some areas, so I'm not worried about it. It was a lot better than it was the first time around, so I'm okay with this. But I had a really good time with this tank. And I hope you have enjoyed this series on this tank, which is now finally done. Like I said, 95%. Got to put another lacquer coat on it. But on to other projects. And I hope you like the SG-122 that I'm going to be doing. Most everyone that makes comments seems to like the German armor the best, and that should be no surprise to me. They have so many variants. And tanks of that era got so modernized every year based on the needs of battle, and it was very interesting how the war started with very main armament for many was 37 millimeter, and then to go up to 88 and 122 millimeter. It's just insane in that amount of time because the war was 5.5 years, I believe, close to 6. I just like the historical part of the individual tanks, and that's why maybe I don't get into the figures so much. I really am kind of in a museum mode for the tanks that I create, and just having fun with this hobby. And that's all I ask you to do, is to have fun. Make sure you're always happy with your work, but don't drive yourself crazy, and just have fun. So anyway, Rick from Doomsday Tank Models, I thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please like the video, subscribe to my channel if you enjoy what you see so you can see more. I'm sorry it's been 2 weeks. We were out of town for almost a week and had a good time. And I wanted to get something out that you would enjoy and not just rush something out. And if I've done that in the past, I apologize. I'll get some better videos out there. So I hope you like the project I finished and you've seen in many videos before I painted it. And the new one I'm doing, the SG-122, Russian conversion of a German self-propelled gun, the Stug B. So until next time, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Thanks.